Starting a nonprofit is a powerful way to turn your passion into action, creating lasting change in your community and beyond. But before you can make a real difference, you need to navigate the formal process of incorporating your nonprofit. If you're in Ohio, you're in luck, because today, I'm going to walk you through each step to bring your vision to life. By the end of this guide, you'll be ready to take the first step toward building a successful, legally recognized nonprofit organization. So, let's dive right in. Step 1. Choose your nonprofit's name. Your first step is to choose a name. This might seem like a small detail, but it's the first impression of your mission and the values you stand for. Your nonprofit's name should not only reflect your cause but also be unique to Ohio. Before settling on the perfect name, you'll need to make sure it's not already taken. You can do this by using the Ohio Secretary of State's business search tool. This is crucial because, in Ohio, two organizations cannot have the same name. Once you find a name that fits, you're ready to move on to the next step. But don't rush this. The name will be the banner under which your mission unfolds. Take your time, think deeply, and choose a name that truly embodies your vision. Step 2. Appoint a statutory agent. Next, you'll need to appoint what's called a statutory agent. This is an individual or business entity located in Ohio who will receive legal documents on behalf of your nonprofit. Think of them as your nonprofit's point of contact for any legal notices or official correspondence. The agent must have a physical address in Ohio, not just a P.O. box. This role is vital because you need someone reliable, who won't miss important notices. Step 3. File the Articles of Incorporation. Now comes the moment when your nonprofit begins to take shape, filing your Articles of Incorporation with the Ohio Secretary of State. This is essentially your nonprofit's birth certificate. It formally registers your nonprofit with the state. In your Articles of Incorporation, you'll need to include your nonprofit's name, a statement that outlines your nonprofit's purpose, whether that's charitable, educational, or religious. The name and address of your statutory agent, the duration of your nonprofit, which is typically perpetual if you plan for it to continue indefinitely. The good news? Filing is straightforward and can be done online through Ohio's Business Central website. The filing fee is $99, which officially brings your nonprofit to life in the eyes of the state. You can also mail it in if you prefer that route. Step 4. Draft bylaws. Now that your nonprofit exists on paper, it's time to set up the rules that will guide your organization, your bylaws. This is the document that outlines how your nonprofit will be run, detailing the roles of the board members, voting procedures, and how decisions will be made. Think of it as your nonprofit's internal roadmap, ensuring everyone involved understands how the organization operates. These bylaws won't be filed with the state, but they are essential to your nonprofit's governance and are legally binding for your organization. Without clear bylaws, you may find yourself struggling with miscommunication or internal conflicts down the road. Step 5. Hold an organizational meeting. Next, you'll hold your organizational meeting. This is the first official meeting of your nonprofit's board of directors. During this meeting, your board will approve the bylaws, elect officers, and formally begin steering the organization toward your mission. This meeting is a huge milestone. After months of planning, your nonprofit is now officially off the ground. Document everything during this meeting, because these minutes will be a part of your official records. It's not just a formality, it's the foundation of the decision-making process that will guide your nonprofit for years to come. Step 7. Apply for federal tax-exempt status. Now for the big step, applying for federal tax-exempt status. If you want to receive tax-deductible donations, you'll need to file for 501c3 status with the IRS. For smaller nonprofits with annual gross receipts of less than $50,000, you may be eligible to file Form 1023 Easy, a streamlined process that simplifies this step. Larger organizations will need to file the full Form 1023. The filing fees range from $275 for the Easy form to $600 for the full form. Once approved, you'll be recognized as a federally tax-exempt organization, and that opens the door to many opportunities, like applying for grants and attracting larger donations. Step 8. Register for Ohio State Tax-Exempt Status. After receiving federal tax-exempt status, don't forget to apply for state tax exemptions in Ohio. This includes applying for a sales tax exemption with the Ohio Department of Taxation. This will allow your nonprofit to make purchases without paying sales tax, freeing up more resources to put toward your mission. Step 9. Obtain necessary licenses and permits. Depending on what your nonprofit plans to do, you may need additional licenses or permits. For example, if your nonprofit will be fundraising, you'll need to register annually with the Ohio Attorney General's Charitable Law Section. This ensures transparency and compliance with Ohio's charitable solicitation laws. Step 10. Stay compliant with annual filings. Finally, once you're up and running, you'll need to maintain compliance by filing reports with the Ohio Secretary of State. Ohio requires nonprofits to file biennial reports to keep their registration active. You'll also need to file your annual tax returns with the IRS using Form 990. Staying compliant is essential to protecting your nonprofit status and reputation. It's easy to overlook this step, but maintaining good standing with the state and federal government ensures that your nonprofit can continue its good work for years to come. And there you have it, the complete guide to registering and incorporating a nonprofit in Ohio. While the process may seem daunting, it's a series of small, manageable steps that will take your passion from idea to impact. If you're ready to take action and start your nonprofit, click the link in the bio to learn exactly how to get started. With the right planning and a clear mission, there's no limit to the difference you can make. So, let's get started.